Speaking from personal experience, I know that us cyclists can be a little bit of a fickle bunch. I know definitely for me, it doesn't take much to go from a great day on the bike to a bad day on the bike. So today I'm going to give you the 7 worst things that you can do or not do that will spoil your ride. Top of this list has to be not checking the weather forecast before you leave the house. Now, in this day of weather apps and websites and advanced weather forecasting, there's absolutely no excuse in getting caught out. And I'm not just talking about the weather for your country or even for your region. Nowadays, there are weather apps that will tell you what the weather's going to be in the specific area where you will be riding your bike. Here in the UK, the main weather culprits are going to be the wind and the rain. And I know for a fact there are dedicated apps that will tell you exactly where the wind is coming from, how strong it's likely to be, and the forecast for when it's going to get stronger or when it's maybe going to ease off a little bit. And it's similar with the rain. I've also seen a weather app with rain radar on there that will tell you the direction that the wind, the rain clouds are moving and how likely it's going to be to hit you in the next few minutes. So again, there's absolutely no excuse for getting caught out in the wind and the rain. Now, one of the things that I've been experiencing very recently at the moment is the temperature. Right now, outside, it's looking absolutely gorgeous. It's clear blue skies and really, really sunny. And the temperatures are really, really cold though, and that's because we've got a very strong northerly wind blowing, bringing the temperatures down. Now, on paper or on the apps, it's saying that the temperature outside is going to be around 14 degrees Celsius, but when you actually get out there, it feels a lot more like 5 degrees Celsius. And indeed, even the humble weather app on the iPhone will tell you that. If you scroll down, it will tell you what the weather will actually feel like. So again, there's no excuse getting caught out in the cold. So how many times have you been out on your bike, you've been riding for half an hour or so, and then you've suddenly needed the toilet? And yes, we've all been there and we all know how uncomfortable and inconvenient this is. And when it happens, you've got 2 choices. You can either try and ignore it and push on, hoping that it goes away, and sometimes it does. Most often it doesn't though. Or you can either find somewhere to do your business. Now, yes, I am talking about just having a pee. And if you're here in the UK, riding in the countryside, that's not going to be too much of an issue. The main thing there is just trying to get yourself out of your cycling kit so that you can do it quickly and comfortably. If you need to do anything more than that, well, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem, even in the countryside. If you're in a built-up area, then yeah, it does become a lot more complicated, particularly if, you know, there are lots of people around and stuff, and you do have to be a little bit careful. I know in other parts of the world, if you're caught urinating in public, you can be faced with a fine or worse sometimes. And all this is taken away by simply going to the toilet before you leave the house. Another thing guaranteed to spoil your ride is not allowing enough time for it. And I've certainly been there on more than one occasion with this one. So let's, for instance, imagine that you've got something you need to do at 12 o'clock and you go out at 10:30 thinking, yeah, I've got an hour and a half to do my ride. So you've immediately restricted where you can ride. And then also what you're going to do is basically stress out all the way around on your ride thinking, well, am I going to get home in time to be able to shower and get ready and do the thing that I need to do? Put into the mix there a puncture or some sort of mechanical and things really start to get complicated. So again, all you need to do is just allow far more time than you think you will actually need for the ride that you're going to do. What is it they say? Failing to prepare is preparing to fail, and it's exactly the same with cycling. So how many times have you planned on going out for a ride only then to have to run around the house looking for a long sleeve jersey or a pair of gloves or a pair of overshoes, or you've dug your cycling computer out only to find that the battery is as flat as a pancake and you've had to plug it in and wait for it to charge up. If you plan all of this in advance, get all of your kit ready, get all of your equipment ready as well, lay it all out so you know where it is, it's all to hand, it will make your ride go just that little bit smoother. And how many times have you gone out, got on the bike and suddenly remembered that there's a last minute piece of maintenance that you need to do? So for instance, fixing a flat or adjusting the headset. Doing all of these maintenance tasks just before your ride will stress you out beyond belief. And all it takes is just remembering that they need to be done and doing them a day or two in advance so that your bike is completely roadworthy when you need to ride it. Not eating or drinking the right amount before you go out on a ride is also another way of spoiling what could have been a great day on the bike. If you eat too much, you run the risk of feeling very heavy and sluggish on the bike. And if you don't eat or drink enough before you go out cycling, then you run the risk of running out of energy, or worse still, getting the bonk mid-ride, and you really don't want that. Sometimes recovering from illness or injury can take a lot longer than we imagine, and it can be incredibly frustrating, particularly if the weather's nice outside and you are desperate to go out on your bike. But never ever be tempted to ignore your body. If you do go out while you're still ill or injured, you run the risk of just making it all worse, and then you'll be off the bike a lot longer. So again, just listen to your body and don't ignore it. I suppose the main takeaway from all of this is that it doesn't take a great deal to turn what you think is going to be a great day on the bike into a bad day on the bike. But then, having said that, it doesn't take a huge amount of effort to give yourself the maximum opportunity to enjoy your ride. All it takes is a little bit of common sense, a bit of thought, and a bit of preparation. Thanks for watching.